Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. I'm playing the Forest Ruins custom map, and this is a 2,000 point setup. I'm going to be playing as the Blood Angels against the Chaos Demons of Khorne. It is an 80 point target with an 8 point limit. I'm playing this map blind like I do all of these custom maps, just to add a little bit of novelty to it, because I think if you do know what some of the maps are set up as, you can definitely cheese things to work with certain builds, which doesn't seem fair because most other opponents haven't done this either. Now, one thing that is a bit obnoxious on this map that I found out is you can't deploy, you can't move your guys around. For whatever reason, it's bugging out and not letting me select these guys. So that's definitely something that's just crazy. I've never really experienced this bug before, but I can't actually select the units to move them around. So it'll let me move some of them on some squares, but not other ones. So it seems to be the ones that are in this green mossy area are stopping me from being able to select guys very regularly. So it's going to create a very lopsided deployment here, because some of these things I can move and other ones I can't. So I'm going to have our lieutenant, the sanguinary guard, 2 hellblasters with the heavy plasma incinerators, a whole gaggle of assault marines, 2 predators with the basic assault cannon. I did have some points left over, so I'm going to give one of the assault squads the hand flamer, because that actually works extremely well against the forces of chaos. And then I have 2 tornado land speeders with the heavy flamer variants to allow us to use their flamers, and then also the heavy bolters to clear out infantry. So it does look like this is a surprisingly small map, and it looks like there's actually quite a bit of obstacles in the center. So this may be a very good map for the forces of chaos here, because this should give them the ability to pretty easily cover a lot of ground and get into melee without allowing my ranged guys to do a whole lot of damage here. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how to position our guys in a way that I can try to stack as many buffs as possible. Because what I'd ideally like to do, and how I would have positioned this stuff, is had these guys all built around the sanguinary priest, and then he can stack his buffs, because what you can't have is moving your assault marines and then use the jump pack. Once you start to move them, then it nullifies that ability. But I do want to get as many of these guys stacked up to get the increased melee damage with the sanguinary guard, because that only has, or not the sanguinary guard, the sanguinary priest, because that only has a range of 1. So pretty much the whole setup for this build is going to be sniping down his commander units before they can summon a bunch of guys, and hopefully stack up a bunch of damage on his chaos forces. But if he, for whatever reason, gets the first major engagement, then he's going to win. This is like an old school matchup where it's just to see who's going to do the most damage in melee, because we both have melee builds. Yeah, it looks like he's got quite a bit of bloodletters there. So we'll just have these guys sit up here and try to body block. He's got some blood crushers running around the side here trying to get to me. Now what I don't know is, are these speeders gonna have enough damage with their bolter to do damage to these crushers with how they change the difference here. So it does okay damage, nothing to write home about. He is out of range, so I guess we'll just pull you back to here. And maybe what I'll even do is pull a predator down there to hopefully set up a little overwatch, and then that'll also allow him to be close enough to pull to the middle should he try to jump or flank me here. He's got the 2 points there. I still have the heavy plasma incinerator. I haven't heard the bloodthirsters yet. Now I can't imagine a chaos player is not going to have a Bloodthirster. I could give him tactical precision, but I'd really like to wait to use that ability once the Bloodthirsters show up, because I need to have them get as many kills as possible. So maybe what I'll do is just advance towards the frontier so my guys can hopefully get over these obstacles. And then my guys might be able to shoot. Because right now they're at the bottom of these hills and they're being obstructed. Yeah, so we got crushers over there. Only a 38% chance to hit. Yeah, my positioning here is just very, very poor.
We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall.
It's like you're not going to be able to get over there.
Anti-grav ready.
Maybe we just put you over here somewhere. And I can start sending you over towards the right side here to potentially body block the point if he comes over here. So I kind of have the best of both worlds. Then you can just set up some overwatch there. And then do I just set the land speeder over here?
Their death is our only option. Your will be done.
I pull you to there.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
I could then pull these guys back a little bit.
Yes.
Because I think I'm just getting a little too close. You've got a 46% chance to shoot here. And I think you just hit the obstacles.
We can handle it. We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall.
So maybe we just bring you up to here.
With speed. Close combat support. It can only be victory.
Yeah, I definitely positioned these guys wrong. I overextended with our frickin'
Overwatch zone established. Of course.
Hellblasters here. And now I'm worried he's gonna be able to jump down here with the Bloodthirster and just kill my guys. Yeah, so these guys are doing a furious charge into me. Not doing great damage there. Yeah, I think that ability needs a buff, to be honest. Because it just doesn't seem to do enough damage consistently. Alright, those Bloodthirsters are moving around. Blood Crushers. These guys are moving around over here. Those guys are hiding. He's coming down with all of his Bloodletters. He is definitely stacking them up for me. Oh, he's got a Soul Grinder. Don't see a lot of those used very much anymore. Yep, here comes the Bloodthirster. What you gonna do, big boy? Clearing out that. And he misses his attack. Alright, what about your neck? You got 2 attacks. You gonna attack me again? Yep. And he attacks there. Alright, so he has moved everybody into range. So now pretty much I need to guarantee that I kill these guys this turn or else I am in trouble. So, how can I do this? The Bloodthirster's got to be priority target 1.
Moving into position.
I will give everybody the momentum and give you this. And you have an 85% chance, so let's use your special ability here. That did 300 some damage, so that's excellent. Pull you back. Now, I don't think you can really get to a position that I want you to be in. I'm going to also need to take out these blood crushers because they're messing up my positioning. Alright. I doubt you're going to be able to kill him with your gun, but you can try. Ooh, that was pretty close. Well, I guess you'll come here. Now, ideally, if I could get you up there, you could flame 3 of these guys. I think I still can. If I come here, yeah. Alright. So had I flamed across to 2, I could have killed 2. So now I've just got multiple critically injured guys here. So I think we're going to bring you up to here. We're going to have you use the Righteous and the Embrace Blood.
We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall. Sanguinary Guard at your disposal.
So if I bring you, I think we're actually going to jump.
Hellblasters awaiting target.
How do I want to do this? Alright, let's give you that. Because if you guys can kill that Blood Crusher, which I'm sure you should be able to. Alright, here we go. We'll bring these guys over here. And then I can kill the Blood Master. Kill him, and that'll also open up the center for more moves. Good, so he's down. Now, you're my commander, so if I bring you up to here, and then use this, this should give them an increased chance to get their AP. So they got an extra AP, and they're ready to surge. Who do I want to go after, I guess is the question. Do I come after these Blood Crushers or the ones in the center? I cannot get over there to flame enough. Now if I come down here, I could maybe flame across and take out the guys in cover. Alright, that wasn't too bad. So let's bring you to here, and you can shoot into this guy. Good, you're even going after the one that's almost dead. And you dropped him. So now we can bring you up here. Now let's flame through here. Shit, he's in heavy cover. Okay, let's move you up one, and that should allow you to still flame him. Yep, good. Alright, so they're down. And he's down to 1 Blood Crusher. If I pull you back to here, this should allow you to use your gun. And it did a little bit of damage. Now, I need to clear some of these guys out. You're a hand flamer, so if I bring you to here, you should be able to kill these guys. Alright, that gets you up to 70.
Sanguinius, watch over us.
Now, if I bring you up to here, That would allow you to attack the Demon Prince.
Like fires of angel wings.
Increases their crit chance. So maybe we come... Who do we want to take out, though? I feel like the Demon Prince, so he doesn't buff all these bloodletters. Okay, good. Shit! Alright, that's not what I wanted to happen. So, well, I guess I'm just going to have to kill him with one of these guys instead. Because what I was hoping to do is finish him off with those Sanguinary Guard. Alright, that should be enough to kill him. Okay, so he's down. Alright, so I still got you guys here. I would have liked to kill...
Yes.
Can I throw a crack grenade? No, he's in cover. What if I came down to here?
For sanguineous. Throwing grenade.
Alright, so that was a good roll there. Sorry, I had to blow my nose, I had to sneeze there. Now we got this situation going. Let's see here.
I am the sword of sanguineous.
So I've got you guys. I wonder if their ranged attacks would be enough to wipe out this full squad here. Because I could surge and start stacking up AP again. But then this also gives them more crit chances. So I feel like keeping the momentum might be the way to go. But I'm not sure what I want to do here. Let's do that. Alright, you almost killed them. We'll move you up here. You can attack the bloodletters here. Now you're up to 75. I could bring you up to here now and lock these guys down. And then you can come maybe over here and block the rear of the Sanguinary Guard so they can't get rear attacked.
Close combat support.
And I still got you. And you should probably be able to just come up here and kill those last couple of bloodletters, and that'll lower their crit chances. So those abilities stack the more they're together. And we can pull you back one.
Ready for recon.
And we want to keep these tornadoes alive for sure. And the commander.
Range plasma on request.
Let's see, turn you there. What I don't want is to have everybody grouped together in a way that he's going to be able to charge in there with the skull cannon and hit everybody.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
I could pull these guys back. And then maybe I can heal them next turn. If I bring you up here, then this should lock these guys down. Yeah, so most of his units should now be locked down, so that should definitely work out to our favor here.
On Balfour I was born, and should the Emperor will it, on Balfour.
We've got that Blood Crusher over here. Okay, so this is going to bug out, and so it's not realizing it's true cover. And so it's going to let me get up there, so that means these Blood Crushers are going to be able to come up here and take that point next turn. I kind of feel like I should be bringing this Predator up a little bit to be a little bit better positioned the following turn. Because we're going to have to take out these Soul Grinders and the cannon. Alright, so, yep, as expected, he just came over here and took that. These guys are smacking all them. He's given me a ton of attacks of opportunities for some reason. And we're able to, these guys as bolt guns count as, get to fire when they get charged, so that's why I was getting all those attacks, as in addition to getting the ability there to attack with their zone of control when they're doing charge attacks on me, because that gives you more melee damage when they get in there. But it also allowed me to suppress him, which effectively wasted his attack, so that worked out to be significant in our advantage, a significant advantage for us. Now he actually does come ahead with the points because he's able to come in here and capture all these different points from underneath us here. But we should be able to take a lot of these back. And we might as well just bring these Hellblasters up here to take that, because they can't get much for shots right now, and then they can body block. So that'll allow us to take that point back. And you can start doing some charge attacks here into these guys. Let's just use your hand flamers to start messing those guys up. Perhaps I should have weakened them down, because then he would have gotten another attack. You can get an 80% chance to shoot into the Soul Grinder, which we definitely want to drop. Let's see here. You... Yeah, see, I should have killed another model, then these guys would get to attack again, so that was a mistake. To the sky, brothers! I think if we do this and that, as long as you get a good grouping, you should be able to kill these guys. Unless you all go after the one that's almost dead. Which does seem to be what happened.
Fire support. Land speeder crew awaiting orders.
So let's get you up to here.
Got it.
And then you should be able to shoot into the Blood Crusher. Yep, he's down. You can take that back. You're here. Now, if I blow this Soul Grinder up, I think that should pretty much be enough to kill a lot of these guys on the explosion. Let's see, I can attack here, I can attack there.
Sanguinary guard at your disposal.
Maybe I just get the kill here, that'll give you enough momentum to get another attack. Alright, it was enough to kill those guys, that's what I thought.
In mind, body and spirit.
And we might as well just surge and take these guys down. And now what do we want to do here? We almost have enough for another strafing run. So let's just run you up here. They're down. And you can get a rear attack here. Good.
The sanguinary priesthood serves the will of the
And we do have enough for another strafing run. It's not enough to
of course.
get you where I want to be, though. So I guess we'll just heal these sanguinary guards back up. You are here. Maybe we just bring you over to here and shoot into these guys. There you go. Another one's down.
There is little left in this universe that I have not witnessed. There will be poetry to their deaths. Assault Marines ready!
Alright, you did not actually move, so let's put you over to here to capture this point back. Now, we've got a skull cannon and some flesh hounds. Our crack grenade is on cooldown.
Sanguinius watches over us. There is little left in this universe that I have not witnessed.
Maybe I can move you to... Oh, that was a bad idea. I should have gone for a rear attack. Damn it. Well, start chopping through the flesh hounds, I guess. Oh my god, look how much you missed.
Sanguinary guard at your disposal.
I was not expecting that. Well, I guess we'll give these guys their rear attack then. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's so terrible. That should have been way better.
Yes.
Alright, and we'll move you up to try to lock this guy down. Although maybe you want to come around the rear.
On Balfora I was born, and should the Emperor will it, on Balfora I will die.
Still got you, so maybe we'll just run you up here. And you miss. Cool. Alright, so let's just spread you guys out so he can't use his flame attack to kill multiple models.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
And I guess we'll start running our Predator up here to help kill those flesh hounds, assuming he doesn't just concede, since I've killed pretty much everybody but 2 of his units. So Skull Cannon missed. Sanguinary guards there. He's trying to escape and giving me some nice attack of opportunities. We've now come out ahead with the points.
Victory for Skyfall.
So we'll come up here, get a rear attack.
Crush them.
And that's the rear, so we'll do a rear attack there.
On our way.
Pull you back. Rear attack here. And victory is ours. Alright, so definitely interesting map. The deployment bug issue is kind of annoying at the beginning of it. This is definitely not a bad map if you're looking for a real small engagement map. It definitely could have, it turns out to be whoever gets the first attacks is gonna end up winning on a map like this, so it's kind of like an old school situation. Again, like most of the custom maps here, it does have the bugs with that you know, bunkered area, elevated area on my side of the map, where it doesn't seem to realize the game doesn't have it coded correctly that that's an elevated position and that you have to use the ramp to get up there, because anybody can just run up and capture those points. So that's a little bit frustrating. It looks like it's coded correctly in the center. But overall, not a bad map. It has a lot of cover and things like that, so it allows you to kind of maneuver your melee forces and not just get shot apart. He went with a high bloodletter build. I tend to not find that to be very effective. I know there's some people that really love the bloodletters, but as you saw here, they're generally pretty squishy. They don't have a lot of armor. Now, if for whatever reason I had my guys positioned in a way where I wasn't able to slaughter a lot of them, then they would have done a ton of damage to me. And unfortunately for him, I think this is maybe a newer player, because he was doing a lot of moves where he was giving me a lot of attacks of opportunity with my zone of control, and that stacked up a lot of damage. And he was trying to charge attack units that have overwatch shots and also reaction fire. And reaction fire, for people who aren't aware, are usually any sort of bolt pistols or plasma pistols. They will always have reaction fire. Hand flamers count that way as well. And then for the sanguinary guard, their weapons I think also count as reaction fires. And in this game it's really easy to suppress units when they're charging. I wish there was some mechanic to it that was a little more complicated, because say you're charging in with blood crushers that have 7 armor, and then they get shot for 5 damage and it suppresses them. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So there should be certain I wish it was like a damage cutoff or something, or if you were critting. I don't quite understand when you end up getting suppressed, because sometimes it seems like you're getting tons of shots and ton of damage on units and it just doesn't suppress them, and other times it's like a few good attacks and then it does effectively suppress them. As you saw, he used his charge ability with the blood crushers. Even though that will trigger reaction fire and overwatch, it does not they cannot effectively be suppressed on that. It's like a guaranteed charged. It does hit all the models there. I wish it had a little more splash and slightly a little more damage, because it just seems like the blood crushers themselves, you charge them in, but they only have 3 attacks and they're like not very powerful attacks. So I just think that they need to be buffed a little bit more to make them a little more viable, because I just feel like the Chaos Forces don't quite have enough there. They seem to be going more with hey, get your army. If you can position them correctly, then you can just keep summoning a second army and then you build from there. And if your opponent doesn't have things kitted out appropriately to be able to kill you fast enough, then you'll end up overwhelming them. But I just wish there was a little, it's like a one trick pony here, and I wish it was a little bit more. I also think the Chaos Forces need another unit, so I've been kind of disappointed that they haven't gotten any more units with like all these Skulls of the Skull Throne, because I think if they got like some harpies or something that gave them a little bit of a hover unit, I think that would go a long way to make them a more competitive build. I also wish and then let me know what you guys think about this, but I was thinking about this with the tournament here. I kind of wish the Bloodthirster, when it did its flying attack, didn't have an accuracy debuff, because that you need to be able to do a ton of damage with the Bloodthirster to rapidly make him be able to pay off for himself. And he does do a bunch of good damage if you get the hits, but when you're missing the hits in the following turn, you're going to know he's going to be sniped down, and everybody's going to focus fire on him, so you have like a couple turns to be able to get enough damage with him. So I wish they would take away that debuff to the leap, and then they would just take away his summoning ability. So that way it forces him to have a real aggressive play style, instead of running him in, try to get as many kills as you can, and then run him away and hide behind a corner, and then use him as a summoner from there on out. I'd rather just have the pure damage output, so it allows you to snipe down whatever units you want. Now I think traditionally they're like, oh, it's going to make it too easy for him to just jump in there and kill enemy commanders, but now that so many other factions have the ability to snipe commanders, with the Blood Angels, they can easily snipe commanders with the Sanguinary Guard that are buffed up. The Tau can snipe them down with Pathfinders that with the Cadre buff they have a 100% chance to hit. The pretty much lots of different units with the Necrons can snipe enemy commanders, and you can drop Scarabs on their face as well. The Tyranids, I guess they don't really have a good sniping ability, but you're supposed to use them more of a swarm tactics, but I do think they are lacking really good armor piercing units. The Hive Guard's supposed to be their version of it, but I think they need to be tankier than what they are, because if you're going to put them in with their electro cannon, they just don't have the range, or even buffing the range on that maybe to make it a little more powerful. And then the Orcs with their flash gets and their Ludas, it just seems like every faction has a real good ability or unit to snipe other units, and it just doesn't feel like the Forces of Chaos are quite there, especially with that debuff. Now if you get them into combat, obviously they can kill anything, but I just don't feel like the Forces of Chaos are balanced appropriately, and not a lot of players even use them because they're just kind of a boring faction, because they have pretty much one playstyle: either run in with a swarm or run in with a summoning faction. So for my opponent, again, be much more cognizant of with your charge and you're moving around when you have a bunch of melee guys in there, because you really allowed me to stack up a bunch of damage on you here, and you would have done way more had you just done some regular attacks. Now I get what you were trying to go for there, and then the other thing to realize is your Hellhounds have that flamer attack, and that's actually really damaging against Assault Marines. It doesn't do a ton against the Sanguinary Guard because they have more armor, but for the Assault Marines, I think 2 of those flame attacks allows you to do significant damage. And then I think this shows the power of the hand flamers against the Forests of Chaos, because what you can effectively do is if you're going to know your opponent's going to do an infantry build, you bring out the Death Company, you give them hand flamers. They already start out at 65 momentum. You then use weaken down forces, or you just start stacking up your hand flamers because you get 70 momentum per bloodletter or infantry squad that you're taking out there with those models, and you can just stack up a whole bunch of momentum, getting easy kills and lots of different attacks, and then you can use them then to mop up the more important units, their HQ commanders, with melee, and they'll have stacked up their increased melee damage with killing a bunch of models and things like that. So that's how that works. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.